Hey guys, so a few days ago, we have some pretty, breaking, huge news of someone at Naughty Dog, released the entire script of The Last of Us 2, which was supposed to be releasing on May 29th, but is now releasing on June 19th because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and I don't even know what to say at this point. Well, first off, I just want to say I'm back. I know I haven't been making videos during this whole quarantine thing. There's nothing really been going on, obviously, up until now. And two, I just haven't really found any motivation to do any videos. I was working on a Tarantino project, and I hit a huge roadblock, and that'll be put on hold for a while. And I'm making another video review right now, like, as of, today, and that should be coming out throughout the near future. But the Tarantino video will be releasing probably it's later down the road. Let's just leave it at that. So, anyways, it's good to be back and coming back with a bang. This is really the biggest news of the quarantine that someone at Naughty Dog, a disgruntled employee that was over a pay dispute at Naughty Dog, and there's been reports of Naughty Dog employees coming forward saying that the working conditions at the company were terrible and they were not treating their employees correctly and with enough respect. So this particular employee just leaked the entire game online, and this is a spoiler-free zone. I will not be talking any spoilers. I just want to talk about the situation and how it affected the release date and where we stand right now. There is no spoilers here. There will be no spoilers in this video, so you guys are safe and sound watching this video. Now, personally, have I seen spoilers? I've seen a few, but even if you guys do come across a spoiler or two, don't panic because most of these people are going for clickbait and it's out of context, so you don't know what context it's in and you don't know how it fits inside the story, and it's not really the same experience as playing it on your PS4. So I would not even worry if you do come across a spoiler, because in this day and age, if someone released something on their internet, it spreads like wildfire, and it kind of is a little difficult to avoid. So if you guys do see a spoiler, just don't worry about it, just whatever. Just don't really, look into it. So, yeah, so the Sony has delayed it from May 29th to June 19th, and they probably didn't want to wait too long because at that point, I think people would just be like, whatever, they would just get sick of it, and they wouldn't even be excited for the game anymore. So, Sony has updated the release date, yes. Ghost of Tsushima will release on July 29th, and The Last of Us Part 2 will release on June 19th. And this leak this is probably the biggest video game leak in recent memory. I mean, The Last of Us Part 2 has been hyped up for about like 4 years, I think, as of right now. I think it was the first trailer, our first glimpse of it was released in 2016, and the game has been keep on getting delays after delays after delays after delays. That's how really Naughty Dog works. I'm pretty sure this happened with Uncharted 4, and Uncharted 4 was an awesome game. But the thing that scares me the most is that people who looked at the leaks and, read the stories are saying that it's not good at all, man. They're saying that it's very, very disappointing, and and here's the thing, that concerns me, but it's also Naughty Dog. Like, Naughty Dog are the best storytellers in gaming, and that worries me that they can mess this up. Like, 2020 can't get any worse if, if Naughty Dog messes up the most anticipated game probably of this year. This is just insane. Just the scope of the leaks, and especially because everyone's inside, I think it would really be a huge opportunity to bank on everyone in quarantine. You look at Nintendo, they're selling Switches like wildfire. They're like $500 on eBay, $700 to the Animal Crossing bundle. They're making money off of everyone staying inside, and it's, actually, no, they're not. It's these the price gougers. They're selling Switches like hotcakes. Like, they're the hottest new thing. So, Sony and Naughty Dog could have done the same thing in The Last of Us, and I just don't understand why they delayed it again. I would release it digitally on May 29th. There's no reason why you couldn't do that. And it would have limited the damage a little bit, but the June release date does kind of limit the damage a little bit, done by the leak. But this is just not a good situation for Naughty Dog after being um, rumored to have bad working conditions. Now you have a worker exposing literally the entire story of The Last of Us Part 2, one of the most anticipated games of 2020. Not a pretty situation for Naughty Dog, and this is just, like I said, an unfortunate situation. And honestly, the guy who released this footage, and Angry Joe actually made a good point. And I'm sorry for freezing there because I'm just so angry at this person. Because if you had a thing with Naughty Dog, you could have sued them, you could have done anything, but now you gotta mess everything up and fuck everyone else up by releasing story leaks. You're really hurting everyone else. Why not take it to court? They have courts for that. Angry Joe actually made a good point in his video when he covered it. They have courts for that. Why do you gotta ruin the most anticipated game of this year when everyone's miserable in quarantine already? I just don't get the logic. You have other ways of getting what you want, and this person might just be petty. He might have just had like an argument with like an employee or something. This is just could be just him just being an asshole. We don't know the full situation, obviously, but I think this is just the wrong way to go about it. Just really hurting everyone else is really just the wrong way of handling the situation. And Naughty Dog actually released a full statement on Neil Druckmann's Twitter, and it states, "Heartbroken for the team, heartbroken for our fans. We're still incredibly excited to get the game into your hands. No matter what you see and hear, the final experience will be worth it." So there you go. Official statement from Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog. So we just gotta see what happens with this whole situation. And once I do play The Last of Us 2, which I'm pre-ordering day 1, I will review it for you guys. It'll be the first video game review on this channel. It should be. I might do a Last of Us 1. I might do a first one on that video, but it'd be a pretty big project. So I might just give you my first thoughts on The Last of Us Part 2, and we'll just take it from there. So anyways, guys, I'm happy to be back. More videos will be on the way, I promise you. I know I haven't uploaded in like almost 4 weeks, but more videos will be on the way, and I am back. So anyways, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Listen to the G-Man podcast. Support us on Patreon. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.